about it. I didn't even know if they was gonna allow me to go live because they done gave me another strike on YouTube and all this stupidness. But anyhow, how to buy land, You guys, I'm riding around and I'm looking at all this construction that's constantly going on right now all over America, all over North Carolina. The Carolinas are really busy right now with construction. And I'm like, the people that had this land, the families that had this land, they're making a shitload of money right now. The families that had this land, not even in the past 100 years, but who've had it in the past 20 years. If you bought land in North Carolina within the past 20 years, you're probably making some really wonderful money right now. Okay, whether you're renting your land out to campers like myself, or if you are, in a high volume area, high traffic area, and you sold your land, your property to a developer, either way, you are making a shitload of money right now. Okay, excuse my language. There's really no hard thing about it. There's nothing hard about land acquisition. There's nothing hard about land acquisition. Land acquisition is so easy that the hardest thing about land acquisition is making up in your mind you want to be a land acquisitioner. That's the hardest thing about buying land, is saying, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm realizing. A lot of people, they literally don't want to deal with land, and they don't realize their whole existence is because of land. Your whole existence is because of land. You can't walk around nowhere if it wasn't for land. You can't eat no food if it wasn't for land. You don't have anywhere to live if it was not for land. Like, for some reason, people just look at land and they probably see this. They probably see a bunch of heap, junk, weeds. People just imagine this. Okay? It take a real visionary to build this over here. These businesses and all that over there. Okay? So, you have to be a visionary, number one. Right? You have to be a visionary, number one. And number two, you just have to make a click in your brain and say, that's what I want to do. Okay? Think about it. Anything you say you want to do in life, you pretty much do it. If you want to be a pothead for the rest of your life, you make it up in your mind. That's what I'm going to do. Y'all leave me the fuck alone. I love smoking weed. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And y'all do it. If you want to say you want to be a doctor, you tell everybody, get out your way. You want to study. You want to be a doctor. You want to save lives. You want to make money doing it. All right? Anything you want in life, you literally just have to make up your mind to do it. And yes, there are costs to pay while doing it. If you want to be a doctor, you're going to have to probably not have a lot of friends because you're going to spend a lot of time studying. Okay? So, some people, they like the social life. They like to have a lot of friends. They don't want to use their brain. Okay, that's another thing. If you want to become a doctor, it's probably going to require you to use your brain function a lot. Okay, and a lot of people do not like using their brain function. All right, so that's why you have so many people that have mediocre jobs. And I'm not talking bad about nobody, But this is why most people are average and have mediocre jobs. Even myself, I'm a contractor by trade. I don't think what I do is anything great, although what I do is probably the most important thing to do on this planet, which is build homes for people. Like, besides farming, I think building homes for people is like the second most important thing on this planet. And also medical, anybody that actually have anything to do with healing people, medical or healing. I like to use the word the healing industry, because the medical industry is just that. They just medical. I don't even know where that word came from. But anyhow, the healing industry, anybody in the healing industry, is very important. Anybody building homes for people, very important. Anybody farming, very important. These three industries, I learned very quickly during the pandemic that are essential. I was riding down the road and they had a whole blockage, right? And the cops saw me with my truck, and I had materials on the back of my truck and a sign on my truck. And he was like, "You, come here. And I was like, "Me?" So I got out my truck. He said, "No, stay in your truck. Drive up here." So I drove up there. I'm thinking, oh, shit, I did now. He's like telling everybody to move out my way. Let them through. Let them through. Essential worker. He let essential worker. So they were letting all the essential workers through. All the essential workers through. Okay, nurses, contractors, all the essential workers through. If you was a fucking cashier at Walmart, you was probably sitting there for hours. All right? If you was a fucking football player even, you was probably sitting there for hours. Those are not essential workers. Okay? So you have essential workers that don't make a lot of money, and some that do make a lot of money. You have non-essential workers that make a lot of money, and some do not make a lot of money. Football and basketball, sports, rapping, all that type of stuff, that's not essential to nobody's survival. But these people make a lot of money. All right? A lot of money. Matter of fact, I think teachers are more essential than ball players and entertainers. But teachers make no money. They make no money. I probably make more money than teachers. All right? But anyhow, it's just for something to click in your brain that you want to participate in owning some dirt, owning some trees, owning some land, and you want to participate in wealth, and you want to participate in generational wealth, and you want to participate in passing down wealth to your offsprings. Okay? It's literally you just making a click in your brain that is what you want to do. You just have to make a click in your brain that is what you want to do. Okay? Until you make that click in your brain that is what you want to do, you'll continue year after year, decade after decade, doing the same thing. Okay? Going through the same struggles, being broke, being poor, leaving nothing for your next generations. You'll continue renting. You'll continue to buy used cars every year with your income tax money, just for those used cars to break down. Or even if they brand new cars, just for them to break down. You'll continue to rent and be evicted every so often, and lose your job every so often, all because you're not parking any money in the greatest investment, in the greatest thing that the creator of the balanced universe gave us, which is the land. Okay? According to your Bible, God put Adam in the garden on the land. God could have made an instant city. just said, let there be a city, and a beautiful city come up, and God put him in the city, made him CEO of a corporation there, and told him to make babies and make employees of the corporation. God could have easily did that, but God just put man in the garden and said, have dominion over it. Oh, damn, you need a woman. It's not good that man be alone. Gave him a woman. Okay, told him be fruitful and multiply. That was it. Didn't say build no corporation. Didn't say go be a cashier, go be a plumber, go be an electrician, go be a doctor, go be anything else but have dominion over the land. Because God already knew you didn't need no doctors. The food was your medicine. Okay? You didn't need no transportation. Animals is your transportation. Get on a horse. Okay? Stay on your land. It's not like you're going to have to go anywhere too far anyway, because I strongly believe for God to have man stay on his land. I strongly believe that. I didn't think it was meant for man to just be traveling all over the place in these automobiles, pretty much not doing anything, but just riding up and down the road. Okay? You're probably more productive sitting on your land, building something on your land to sell, and then selling that thing and making money. But all this driving around we do, especially at night, going to parties and going out to eat and all the foolishness we do, I really don't think that's what God intended us to be doing. Even when they take your driver's license and you get a you get a hardship license, they tell you what you can do. Go home and go to work. That is it. Take your babies to school. No partying. They better not catch you out late night with party clothes on and all that type of stuff. Talking about you just came from a restaurant. Nothing like that you're supposed to be doing if you have a hardship license. All right? So, when I think about it, the only thing stopping anybody from doing anything in your life, it doesn't matter if you want to buy land, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a weed head your whole life, a crackhead your whole life, you want to have 100 babies, you want to have, go buy a yacht, whatever you want to do or be in life, whether so-called good or so-called bad, you do it. I notice people do it. When people make something up in their mind to do it, they do it. I notice that. I notice people absolutely, if you make it up in your mind, man, I'm going to go fuck so-and-so. People go do it. I'm going to go cheat. People make it up in their mind they're going to go cheat. They go cheat. People make it up in their mind they're going to go buy the latest cell phone. They're going to go buy it. They might be broke. That's the last $700 in their pocket, and they want to take it to go buy a cell phone. Whatever people make up in their mind to do, they are going to do it. So I noticed that the people that really call me that to buy land, they've already made it up in their mind. It's not if or how they're going to buy land, it's when they're going to buy land. It's just when. I got the how. The how is easy. The how is easy. I've seen you out here acquiring all this land. The how is too easy. I got the formula for the how. All right. We buy land owner financing, no credit. All right. We buy land cheap from tax deed sales. If we don't have the money to buy, to pay cash at the tax deed sales, we got finance people that will buy the land for you and finance it back to you. All right. I have the solution. The thing about land is this. Look at it. Just look at the land. Look at this land. Nobody can possibly take this land, pick it up, and walk away with it. You cannot do it. You cannot take this land, pick it up, and walk away with it. You cannot do it. How they have traditionally stolen land is through wars and paperwork. That's how they've traditionally stolen land. Okay? But we are in modern times now. If you do things correctly through the title companies and stuff like that, or if you don't use a title company, you just do things correctly, notarize everything, DocuSign everything, stuff like that. If you do things like that, okay, then the chances of somebody stealing your land or you stealing someone's land is very, very low, if not impossible. Okay? If you do your paperwork correctly. All right? But physically, you cannot steal the land, destroy the land, anything. If we had a forest fire right now, the owner of that land will probably be happy, because that forest fire pretty much just cleared the land for free. All right? The fire department might not be happy because they got to come out there and clear the fire, stop the fire. Your neighbors might not be happy because they got to smell all that smoke. Okay? But land is the one and only thing that you cannot pick up and walk away with. Okay? Once you get this in your brain, once you get this in your brain cells, you realize you don't need any collateral to buy land. If I go buy a car, we just went and bought a brand new truck, not brand new, but a nice new truck, and they wanted collateral. They wanted a large down payment. They wanted to know your credit score. They wanted to know your income, where you get your income from. They wanted to know everything. Why? Because when you purchase a automobile, when you purchase a TV, all these things, and you finance it, there is no guarantee. There is absolutely no guarantee.
In 2 miles, take the North Carolina 41 West exit toward Cove City, Trenton.
There's absolutely no guarantee that that company will make their money back from you. There's no guarantee that company will make their money back from you. You might take the car, the automobile, and wreck it right as you get off the car lot, or get in a fight with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and they wreck it. You may take the TV and break it. There's no guarantee, and then not make the payments, There's absolutely no guarantee that once you purchase something, that company is going to get their money back, no matter what the collateral is. No matter if the collateral is you have perfect 800 credit score, a down payment, a wonderful job. We all do it. We all have bills right now we have not paid on. Hey, Colette, can you hear me? Can you hear me and see me? How's the volume, and how's the video?
In half a mile, take the North Carolina 41 West exit toward Cove City, Trenton.
Once you guys realize that everything requires insurance, everything requires some types of collateral except for land, you realize you don't need credit to buy land. The land is its own credit.
Take the North Carolina 41 West exit, then turn left onto North Carolina 41 South.
The land is its own credit. The land is its own collateral. Look at it. Look at it. Let me turn the camera around. Can anybody pick this land up and walk away with it? I can go to any landowner.
Turn left onto North Carolina 41 South, Trenton Road.
I can go to any landowner, contact them, find out who owns that land. I could see any land that I want. Any land that I want, and say, I want that land. That land right there, I got to have it.
Continue on North Carolina 41 south for 7 miles.
Okay, I could find the owner of that land, and there's a way that we find the owners. And I could say, sir, ma'am, I would love to buy your land. And they might say, sure, it's for sale. Or I would ask, hey, are you interested in selling your land? And they may say, yeah. Let's say they say yes. Obviously, if they say no, then we move on. But once they say yes, I would be interested in selling my land. Okay, or you're going through Zillow and you see people that are already selling their land. And you say, sir, ma'am, I would love to buy your land. Okay, and they say, okay, this is the price. And I say, wonderful. That's a great price. I love that price. I can buy this land cash, or I can tell you something else that you might be interested in. Because I cannot physically steal this land. I cannot possibly physically steal this land. And, I could buy that car right there, and I could make one payment and ride around for 6 months and not make one payment. And the finance company is losing money. The car lot is losing money. But if I buy this land and, you agree to sell it to me on terms, there's absolutely nothing I can do to this land to damage it, hurt it, or steal it, walk away with it. There's no situation where you would lose from selling me this land and I'm giving you money every month. Okay? Once you say that to somebody, they're like, damn, you're right. Can't possibly steal the land. Oh, but no, I know you slicksters. You write up your paperwork all kind of slick and shit. And next thing you know, I done sold you my land and you don't have to pay me nothing. I say, sir, ma'am, choose any title company you want. Get any lawyer you want. And if you're willing, I will make you these payments every month, every week, every 2 weeks when I get my paycheck. If I don't make one payment, you do not even have to foreclose on me. You can just kick me off your land, evict me off your land. How does that sound? You could just evict me off your land. How does that sound? I can't physically steal the land, and we're going to your title company. Oh, I don't know any title companies. I don't even know. Okay, well, let's just Google one. Somebody I don't know, somebody you don't know. Let's just Google one. I'm telling you, people, I do it all the time. Once you educate people like that, you can purchase any land. Now they're going to say, well, how much money do you have? Well, considering I can't possibly steal this land, considering, I'll pay the $500, $300, $500, $1,000 for the closing. By the way, you can negotiate that money with the closing attorney and make payments on that money also. I show you guys how to do that. Considering, I'm going to have to pay the closing and everything, I got about $500 left. Would you take these $500, $300, $1,000, and I get paid every week, every 2 weeks. I can give you $50 a week. I can give you $100 every 2 weeks. I can give you $200 a month. And This way, instead of me giving you cash and you taking a financial hit by the IRS, and the IRS telling you got to give them 30, 40, 50% of that money because of capital gains tax. This way you're getting rental income, residual income, and not only will you not be taxed on it, more than likely, but you can use it as a way of saying, hey, I didn't make that much money. I didn't make that much money. I only collected, if you're collecting $200 a month for 12 months, that's only $2,400. And you say, hey, all I collected was $2,400 on this land. That's all I collected was $2,400 on this land. And yeah, somebody's making payments to me, but that's all I collected. More than likely, you would not get much of a tax bill on that income. Not much of a tax bill on that income. All right. Once you explain things like this to people and explain that how over the next 5 years, 3, 5 years, 10 years, they'll pretty much receive the bulk of their money. If the land is $30,000, they'll pretty much receive the whole $30,000, the whole $50,000, instead of taking the money one time and getting hit with taking the $30,000 one time, the $5,000, $10,000, $50,000
in a quarter mile,
one
turn
time,
right onto North Carolina 41 South, East Jones Street.
and getting hit with a tax bill. Instead of doing that, they take over a period of time. When you explain that to people, they're like, okay, and it might even be a situation where they say, well, that sounds like a great idea, son or ma'am.
Turn right onto North Carolina 41 South, East Jones Street.
Or sir, but next year, I need this money because next month I plan to take the wife on vacation. Next month I plan to buy my husband a brand new truck because he's been driving.
Continue on North Carolina 41 South for 3 miles.
Next month, I want to give some money to my granddaughter, my grandson for college. Or next month I got to do surgery, so that's why I need the money. You could tell them, how much money do you need for that? I'm quite sure you don't need all that money for that. Or they want to buy a new car. You tell them, hey, how much do you need for that? Okay, I'll give you the $2,000, $3,000, whatever for that. If you have the money. Okay. Sometimes people are selling their greatest asset, a piece of land, for pennies, all because an emergency come up that you might have the money for that emergency. You might have the money for that emergency to give them. Okay? And instead of them selling their land for pennies to somebody, they could sell the land to you, owner financing, because you're in a situation where you don't have all the money to pay them. Even if you paid them pennies for the land, you say it's worth $20,000, but they're willing to take $5,000, and you don't have $5,000. Okay, all because they want to go buy this truck for $5,000, and you tell them, hey, I have $1,000. Maybe we can go put down on a truck for you for $1,000. And I'll basically give you the money every month to go make your truck payment. And this way, instead of you selling your land for $10,000 or $5,000, you can sell your land to me for the full price, the whole $20,000. So that way, you're gonna get your whole $20,000 for your land plus the interest. Okay? Once you explain this to people, it's a win-win-win-win-win situation for everybody. No, look at all these houses that are sitting on this land. Nobody can walk away physically and steal this land. Nobody. This land been here for thousands and millions of years. It'll be here for another thousands and millions of years. All right? A lot of baby boomers, me and Emma was talking, and a lot of baby boomers are dying, are about to die. And they're leaving so much land behind. And these big companies like BlackRock, they're buying up all of it that they could possibly buy.
In half a mile, turn left to stay on North Carolina 41 South.
They say institutional buyers are about to own about 40% of the land. They're about to own about 40% of the land. You know why? You know why?
Turn left to stay on North Carolina 41 South.
Because people refuse to make a decision.
Continue on North Carolina 41 South for 25 miles.
People refuse to make the decision. It's just a decision. It's just a decision. Okay? People refuse to make a decision and say, you know what, I want to be a part of this. This land right here, I want some of this land right here. You know, people refuse to make that decision. You know, people want to stay living in apartments. People want to stay living in the city. People want to stay being renters. You know, they don't have to use their brain. They just have to work their regular little job, make $10, $20, $30 an hour, go down there and pay the landlord their little rent, and they happy as shit. That's how most people are. It's so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. You know? It is so sad. You know? You might be, for example, we got some hunters out here. You might be riding by this piece of land over here on my left. All you have to do is wherever you are, you send your location to yourself. Stop and send, matter of fact, let me pull over right here. All I would have to do is stop here, send the location to myself, or figure out the address some kind of way. And then deal machine, I think it's $100. Another one is prop stream. I think that's about $100 a month. And one is prop stream. I think that's about $100 a month. And you have some that are cheaper than that. But this is cut. But this is cut. But once you guys realize, yeah, the reception is bad. Okay, let me keep it pushing, find a better location. But can you hear me? How's my voice? Can you hear me? Once you realize certain things, you have a paradigm shift in your mind. Okay? You realize is the one thing required, and you don't need any credit. You don't need any credit. You don't need to prove credit. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Land is the one anything to anybody. Land is the one thing that's not. You cannot your land if you do your paperwork the right. You cannot your land if you do your paperwork the right way. Right way. And if you know how to educate people the right way, you can be it's hard to see right now. My reception might be a little bad. A lot of you guys are in the city. You can't even like fathom how beautiful it is out here in the country. Live in the country or know the country life, you could kind of picture it. It's amazing. It's amazing. This country life is absolutely amazing. But I deal with a lot of websites, and these websites, these are people that they buy from the tax deed sales. They buy from private owners and tax deed sales, and they turn around and sell you the land owner financing. Okay, I deal with a lot of these sellers. All right. So these sellers, they will buy the land for 500, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, whatever it is. And then they'll put a profit on top of it. They might double or triple, quadruple, or 10 times. Okay? Whatever the profit is, it's going to be market value. Okay? They're going to sell you the property at retail market value. All right? But they will give you the opportunity to purchase and acquire the land with $100 to $1,000 down. At one point, they was doing $20 down, $0 down. All right. Right now, you could still do $100 to $1,000 average down on land. All right, from these companies. All right. I'm going to give you guys a gem. You could check out websites like cheapeasyland.com. cheapeasyland.com. All right. You can check out websites like that. All right. If you want the rest of the websites. All right. We just went through a dead zone. Did the reception clear up any? I'm riding down the street and I'm seeing through the country and I'm seeing nothing but land. Nothing but land. Nothing but land. Nothing but empty lots of land. Houses, abandoned houses, dilapidated houses with just land. I'm like, wow, you know, people out here renting, all that money they rent, they could own this piece of land. Bush hog, weed whackers, clear the land, put them a daggone RV cabin if they have to, and you know, slowly but surely build them a little house. You know, this is my thing. People are so ignorant. You know, people, you know what somebody told me? Somebody told me, I said, you wouldn't live in a camper on your land? They're like, oh, I'm not living outside. I can't live outside. I'm like, motherfucker, you live in your car. You live in your car. What you mean you can't live outside? You've been living in your car for a minute. What you mean you can't live outside? You live in your car. You rather live in your car than live in an RV or a camper. They said yes. This is how ignorant people are. This is how ignorant people are. If you're that ignorant, please don't call my phone. Please don't. This is not for you. This is not for you. But that's how ignorant some people are, okay? Let me tell you how ignorant people are again. You sit your butt on a bucket. It's called a toilet. They put a fancy name to it, call it a toilet. But just 80 years ago, 100 years ago, you know, we were shitting in buckets. They call it unnecessary. You know, people would say, hey, can you bring me the necessary? Bring me the necessary. That was a bucket. That was a bucket that you would pee and poop in. Okay? People are so ignorant that if where they live, it does not have a flushing toilet, they do not call it a home. They do not think of it as a home. If they have to shit and poop in a bucket, they feel like they're uncivilized or broke or poor. No, what is uncivilized, what is broke, what is poor is your dumb ass don't have a pot to fucking piss in. You're renting. You're taking food and money out of your offspring's mouth to put in your landlord's kid's mouth, your landlord's offspring's mouth. Your offsprings don't have shit. Okay? That is what's stupid and ignorant, is your offsprings don't have shit. Your offsprings don't have shit. And your excuse for not buying land and living in the land is you don't want to shit in a bucket. That's your fucking excuse. You don't want to shit in a bucket. That's your fucking excuse. You have people that would rather live in a homeless shelter, than live free as a bird on their own land. I had somebody tell me that. I had somebody tell me, well, I just go live in a homeless shelter. Well, I just go live in my mama house, my daddy house. This is what people tell me. You could live on your land free as a bird, but you would rather go back and live in your mama and daddy house. You would rather go live in a homeless shelter with your babies. Okay? This is what I've been told. This is how ignorant people are. This is how brainwashed. People are so fucking brainwashed. You know, sitting up in the house is killing you. The drive. Did you know that Freon, you sitting up, cancer? You sitting on a couch all day and night, laying in the bed all day and night. You know that's making your body fucked up. You laying up, and you come from work and you just lay in the bed or on the couch or on your lazy boy all day and night. That's just making your body fucked up. You're not out here getting any sun. Look at this beautiful sun. You're not out here grounding, walking on the dirt. Our ancestors were strong physically. Women was out in the field giving birth like it's nothing. Let me tell you something. The reason why a lot of women have issues giving birth in modern time, they have jobs that they sit down, stay still, come home, lay in the bed, sit on the couch, sit on the lazy boy. any son. When it comes time to give, they gotta get epidurals. Y'all ever wonder why for millions of years, thousands of years, women were not getting epidurals? Women were having natural birth. Now all of a sudden, why the fuck women need epidurals? Women need C-sections. Women need all this fuckery. All of a sudden, it's for money. The medical industry making a shitload of money. All that bullshit. They're making a shitload of money. And you dumb motherfuckers fall for it. You fucking fall for it. If my woman was pregnant right now, you know what I would tell her? We're gonna go live on the land, and you're gonna walk around on the land. I mean, we already live on the land, but I'm gonna tell her we're gonna walk around on the land. Okay, you're gonna get out here and get this sun. You're gonna come out here and get this sun, and we're gonna walk around on the land. We're gonna walk around on the land. We're gonna do some yard work. She will have a most successful, beautiful pregnancy, natural pregnancy. I promise you. I promise you. How do the Amish people, Amish women give birth? And you don't hear about them having any complications, any problems giving birth. These Amish women are out here working alongside with their men out in the sun and giving birth to their babies. Natural birth, no C-section, nothing like that. Just the midwives. These women are helping each other have birth. You know, in these countries where you don't have a lot of modern hospitals and stuff, how are they able to give birth? Y'all think living in a fucking house with a toilet is everything. Y'all think going to the hospital is everything. Okay? Y'all fucking think y'all modern lives is everything. You know, this modern life you live in is more slavery than the slavery 100 years ago, 200-300 years ago. You are more of a slave now than your ancestors. Did you know that? When you think about it, you are more of a slave. You are a willing slave now. You're a willing slave. You don't have to be. That's the difference between now and then. You don't have to be. But now people choose to be slaves. People choose to not go back to the land and put up their own business on the land and work the land. People choose to go work for somebody else on somebody else's land. If you work at Walmart, you work on somebody else's land. If you work in a hospital, you work on somebody else's land. Somebody else owns that land the hospitals sit on. Somebody else owns that land Walmart sit on. I don't give a fuck where you work. You working on somebody else's land. You could be on your own land, having your own business, minding your own fucking business. Okay? Y'all sit up there, well, I just want to buy a house. You want to pay a 30 fucking year mortgage for the next 30 fucking years. You want to work hard and pay that mortgage. I've ever heard in my life. I almost fell for that dumb shit too. One of the dumbest things you could actually do, it's not all the way dumb as renting. Renting is the dumbest thing you could do. But having a mortgage for 30 years, working hard for 30 years, not renting out any of the rooms or renting that property out to somebody. You just working, paying that mortgage for 30 years. That's one of the dumbest things you could do. It's one of the dumbest things you could do. Fuck, gonna kill theyself, kill their body for 30 years to pay off a fucking house that the day you miss a payment on your insurance and something happened to that house to get burned down or a hurricane and you did not pay that insurance payment, that house is gone. You lost everything. You're reduced to nothing but the land. You are reduced to the land. I'm about to get off of here because it says my phone is hot. It's just sitting in the sun and my phone is hot. But let me move my phone out the sun, I guess. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. I am literally living my best life. I am literally living my best life. I am literally living my best life. It's so beautiful, man. It is so beautiful out here in the country. It is so beautiful out here in the country. I just wish I had came out here in the country earlier in my life. When I thought to come out here at 21 years old, I wish I would have made that move to come out here in the country at 21 years old. It would have been the best move I ever made in life. It really would have been, man. There's lots of jobs out here, lots of business out here. If you're a landscaper, oh my God, it's too much money to be made out here. Too much money. If you're a carpenter, if you're a nurse, if you're any type of anything, too much money to be made out here in the country. Y'all are literally killing yourselves for nothing. It's a trick. It's a Jedi mind trick. Working hard is a Jedi fucking mind trick. It's a Jedi fucking mind trick. You do not have to work hard. You do not have to fucking work hard. Do y'all see me working hard? You do not have to work hard. Y'all are working hard because y'all been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Y'all, that's why y'all working hard. Y'all have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. That is why y'all are working hard. You do not have to be working hard. The difference between me and everybody that's working hard is I made a constant decision to buy land, live on the land, shit in buckets, and rent to people that want to do the same thing. And ever since I made that constant decision, hot diggity dog, I've been living free. Do what I want whenever I want. I'm making residual income 3 different ways. And I'm living a beautiful life. You know? I just don't get how, if I can do it, why everybody's not doing it. Like, y'all complain how y'all gotta go back to the plantation. Y'all gotta go to work. Life is so hard. Like if y'all do like a Uber service or a Lyft service, just imagine living out here in the country. Did y'all know that people have their own taxi companies right here in the country? Like all you got to do is go to the store and pass out your business card. We're gonna get around that you're basically your own taxi company. You'll probably make more money being a taxi driver in the country than you are being an Uber driver or a Lyft driver in the city. Yeah, when people cars break down out here in the country, you out of gas. We don't have a public transportation system. If you don't have no friends or family with cars, you out of gas. There's a lot of people out here in the country live alone, don't have any friends and family, but have a lot of money. And you could be their personal driver. You could be their personal driver. Let me tell y'all, most of these people out here in the country, living in these houses, they have so much fucking money, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it. They let their houses go abandoned and shit. They don't even give a damn. Look at these beautiful houses out here in the country. Most of these people out here in the country, they got so much fucking money, they don't know what to do with it. All the broke people live in the city. All the broke people, 90% of the broke people live in the city. 90% of the people out in the country got so much money they don't know what the fuck to do with it. Their house is paid off. They buy brand new cars and trucks every 2 to 5 years. I got a buddy, he buy a brand new truck every time that truck hit
in a quarter mile, turn left to stay on North Carolina 41 South.
Every time that truck hit 100,000 miles, or the first sign of problem, he go get a brand new truck. I said, dang, bro. He said, my house is paid off, my business is running good. That's the least I could do for myself.
Turn left to stay on North Carolina 41 South.
He's a farmer. He go buy him a brand new truck every time.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto North Jackson Street.
Turn 100,000 miles. And stupid ass people take their tax money and go buy these vehicles.
Turn left onto North Jackson Street.
Instead of buying land, they go buy these vehicles and think they doing something. And pretty much pay brand new retail value. That's what stupid ass people do. It's crazy, man. It's just so crazy. Like, I live such a beautiful, simple life, peaceful life. And I'm just like, wow, man.
In 800 feet, turn right onto North Carolina 24 West Main Street.
Right now, I'm kind of downtown. This is a little downtown city area.
At the light, turn right onto North Carolina 24 West Main Street.
They got a gas station here. And, can't hear me, voice too low? You still can't hear me? I'm at a little downtown area right here. But you know what I see a lot of? I see a lot of immigrants coming here. I see a whole lot of immigrants coming here and taking advantage of the land situation. I see a whole shitload of immigrants. Americans, people that have been here for hundreds of years. A lot of black people like to claim their family been here for hundreds of years. Y'all allowing Mexicans and immigrants to come to America. Oh, I missed my turn.
In 600 feet, turn right onto West Church Street.
Y'all are allowing immigrants and all kind of people from other countries to come to America and take advantage of all this land. That's what I'm noticing. That's what I'm noticing. These Mexicans buying up this land out here in the country like crazy. Mexicans and
Head north on South Lee Street toward West Main Street, then turn left onto North Carolina 24 West.
Arabs and all kind of foreign people.
Take the next left onto West Broad Street, then turn left onto South Jackson Street.
All kind of foreign people out here buying up this land.
Take the next left onto South Jackson Street, then turn left onto North Carolina 24 West, West Main Street.
Let's see what kind of business this is right here.
In 800 feet, turn right onto South Railroad Avenue.
See? Mexican restaurants. Everywhere you go in the country, everywhere you go, you see a Mexican restaurants out here in the country. El Aris, something. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go out here in the country, you see a Mexican restaurant. Everywhere you go out here in the country, you see a Mexican restaurant.
Head west on West Broad Street toward South Lee Avenue.
Land. All because you don't want to shit in a bucket.
At the light, turn left onto North Carolina 24 West, West Main Street.
You missing out on the greatest wealth transfer. All because you don't want to shit in a bucket for maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes for you to save your money to build a house. You missing out on wealth. You are missing out on wealth. It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. It's really sad. Like, it's really, really sad how ignorant people are, man. It's really sad. It's really fucking sad. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I love you guys. Get in the mastermind. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Get in the mastermind. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. You gotta stop being ignorant. You gotta stop being stupid.
Continue on North Carolina 24 West for 10 miles.
You know, we gotta stop the ignorance, man. We gotta stop being fucking ghetto hood rat, trashy, fucking ratchet ass people, man. We gotta get back to being farmers, ranchers, cowboys, cowgirls. You know, we used to be cowboys, farmers, ranchers. Now niggas is so proud to be ghetto, ratchet. I'm from the hood. Man, I don't want to tell nobody I'm from the fucking hood. I want to tell somebody I'm from the ranches. Not the ghetto project ranches like in Carroll City, Florida, but from the country ranches with land. Niggas is so ignorant. People are so fucking ignorant, man. That's how much ignorance. That's how stupid. That's how stupid and ignorant. It's fucking retarded. I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood, my nigga. You don't know about that. You don't know about this life. I'll break you off, my nigga. Our language is fucked up. If you speak the way I speak, clear and precise, oh, you white, you act bougie, you are Uncle Tom. You got on a cowboy hat, you are Uncle Tom. Where are the original cowboys? They used to say, go get that cow, boy. They say, go get that cow, boy. So-called black people are the original cowboys. All right? I am the original cowboy, the original farmer, the original rancher. Now our young people just want to grow up to be rappers, football players, basketball players. All these young people trying to be football players, basketball players, how many of them actually make it to the league? How many of them actually make it to the league? All these young people want to be rappers. I used to want to be a rapper too. How many actually become rappers? We got to take our young people out these fucking cities. We got to take them out the city. We got to get them out the city, man. The city life is fucking up your generations. All your generations, if you keep your generations in the city, you rise up from the dead and all your generations will be fucked up. They'll be fucked up, I'm telling you. You'll just pray one will rise up and make something of. They did an experiment. Judge Joe Brown, you could look it up. Judge Joe Brown was talking about this experiment that they did. And this lady, she was on, welfare. And she had, I think, 5 or 6 babies, and then they had babies. So between her babies and her grandbabies, she had like 34 offsprings. 34 offsprings. All of them, except for one, were in prison or on food or on welfare. All of them. Only one made something of themselves. Only one made something of themselves. The other 33, which is, wow, I just thought about that, master number 33. The other 33 were all welfare recipients and or in prison. And y'all see that all across America. Black people, white people, all kind of people, generation after fucking generation. Welfare cases and in jail and prison chronically because people have nothing to do. People have nothing to do. Nothing to do. Okay? Motherfuckers always talking about, I gotta go back to school, get a better job. No, all you need to learn how to do is grow your own food. That's gonna save you $1,000 a month. That's $10,000 a year. All you need to do is get on your own land. And then all you're gonna be paying is your land taxes, $50 to, $50 to $1,000 a year. All right. You don't need to make more money, people. You don't need to waste time in school making more money. The best thing I did was buy land and rent my land out to campers. That's how I made more money. That's how I made more money. If I would have took my money and went to school to get a better education, go get a better job, I'm still back to square one because I have to work that job to make money. I want to be in a position where I don't have to physically work to make money. I don't. What's the point? What is the point of you taking your money or getting a loan to go back to school or paying cash to go to school to learn something that you still have to physically work to make money? What is the fucking point? Okay, what is the fucking point? The only thing you need to learn is a trade and how to buy land. You know, I'm in a better position than people that make $100,000 a year. I'm in a better position than probably a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, a lot of actors, a lot of athletes. I know athletes right now. I know one right now. Him, his whole family were all top professional boxers. Okay? I'm not going to say his name, but we came up together in boxing. And he's broke. He made a lot of money. His father made a lot of money. His uncle made a lot of money. His family made a lot of money in boxing. And he is broke right now. And he has to work for money. He has to work for money. All right? If he had took that money and bought some land, he'd be in a better place. Land will put you in a better position than 90% of America. 90% of America. Land will put you in a better position. Everybody that owns one little piece of land, you're in a better position than somebody that make $100,000 a year. You're in a better position than people out here bragging and talking about, look at my Mercedes, look at my BMW, look at my big house. You're in a better position than most of these people. If you have your own land, you know how to grow your own food. You're in a better position. You're happier. You're healthier. I know for a fact I'm much happier and healthier than my friends that have to get up every day and work hard, go to their fucking jobs, work 10, 12 hours a day, renting and own nothing. They have to work. If they don't work and pay their high-ass mortgage, if they don't work and pay their high-ass rent, they are out of fucking gas. I'm in a better position than all my peers, people my age, all my peers, people I have a friend, I have buddies. I got a friend, he do air condition. I got another friend, he's a mechanic. They live in a city. They live in Miami. They make a lot of money, but they renting apartments. I'm in a better position than them because I took a few $100s and I bought some land. I'm in a better position than them. You know how many times they call me and tell me, bro,
turn left onto North Carolina 24 West, North Carolina 903 South.
You did the smart thing. You did the right thing, bro. You did the smart thing. I'm like, I try to tell y'all, man. Like, man, my business slow. I'm in a slow month. Bro, can I borrow some money?
At the light, turn left onto North Carolina 24 West, North Carolina 903 South.
No. You know, I got my own babies. I got my own land payments.
Continue on North Carolina 903 South for 20 miles.
Hey, y'all would be in the same fucking position I'm in if y'all did what I told you to do. Think about it. Think about the fucking logic. Think about the fucking logic, man. You go to school for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. All you need to learn is a trade. 6 months, 1 year. Learn a trade for 6 months or 1 year. Invest your money in land. That's all you got to do. Learn a trade for 6 months, 1 year. Invest your money in land. All this fucking go to school for 4 or 5 years, become a doctor, a lawyer. I know a doctor that quit being a doctor and became a farmer. He like, that shit don't make no fucking sense. He told me, he's like, he became a farmer. Well, at first they put a storage business on his daddy's land. His daddy had some land. They put a storage business on it, making more money with the storage business than being a doctor. A whole doctor now just sits around. He just sits around. He don't have to use his doctor brain to do anything. Now he just fucking sits around and farm. A whole fucking doctor. Wasting away everything he learned by being a doctor. Wasting away everything he learned by being a doctor is now a farmer and renting storage space on his land. I'm telling y'all, it don't make no fucking sense what y'all be doing for money. Going to school for 4 or 5 years to have to still physically work to go make money. To have to still physically work to go make money. Just to go buy a fancy car. Just to go buy a big house. When I look at big houses, they prisons to me. That's a prison. That's a fucking 30-year prison of working hard. Man, I'm out here traveling, living my best life, enjoying my friends and family. I don't give a fuck about going back to school, making more money, learning a trade. When I want to make more money, you know what I do? I put another cabin on my land. I clean up an area of my land. Instead of taking that money and going to school, I take that money and I advertise my land. I advertise my land. And I'm making money without physically working. My land is making the money. When I want to make more money, that's all I do. That is all I do. I was talking to Emma, and we're going to start running YouTube commercials and Instagram commercials and Facebook commercials. And make more money. I'm telling y'all, man, they have y'all so fucking backwards. They got y'all so fucking backwards. They got y'all working your whole fucking life. They got y'all working your whole fucking life. Like fucking slaves. For no reason. Other than you're fucking brainwashed. You are brainwashed. Other than you are brainwashed. What are you working for? If you make $1 million working, you done paid $500,000 in taxes, $600,000 in taxes. Everybody's mad at Trump for paying $700 in taxes. That's because he's not working for nobody. When you're a W-2 employee, you pay the most taxes. When you are a W-2 employee, you pay the most taxes. When you are self-employed or own your own business, an investor, when your money work for you, you don't pay no taxes. You pay very little taxes when your money is working. When you are physically working, you pay the most taxes because they figure you that dumb to physically work. Well, you must be that dumb to give IRS half your money, and people do it. And people do it. People just that dumb. It is what it is. And I used to be that dumb. I used to be that dumb for 20 years. I was that dumb. Be a well, not W-2, but, to be working for money. Now I work for money still, but I do it casually. I don't have to get up. Oh my God, I got to go to work, babe. I don't have to do that. I make a schedule when I go to work. Tell people, hey, I'll be here at a certain time. I set my own schedule. I set my own hours because that's just extra money. That's just extra money. But anyhow, y'all, I love you, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. Get in the mastermind. 754-229-0940. You riding with the dragon. It's the best few $100s you ever circulated, you ever spent. I'm telling you. 754-229-0940. I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, I'm not out here showing y'all no Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz. That's bullshit. When they, I could go rent a Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz and talk about, money like me, y'all. That's bullshit. What you want to do is you want to learn how to live free. You want to learn how to live in a way that you don't need that much money. You don't need that much money. And then when you do get a lot of money, you're still not wasting it on stupid shit. If an Amish person come into $1 billion right now, say an Amish person go against their religion and go play the lottery and win $100 million, you think that Amish person gonna go buy a Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz? No. They're gonna take that money and buy more land, more buckets to shit in. They're gonna build more outhouses. Before you know it, they'll own $100 million worth of land. You take anybody else, any dumbass, they're gonna go buy a Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz, a big ass house, and end up with a fucking tax bill every year for that Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz, a tax bill every year for that big ass house, and be bitching and complaining when they fucking lose it. When they lose the house, lose the car. That's what's happening right now with a lot of people. A lot of people got them PPP loans and shit like that, got a lot of money, and went and bought Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz and big houses. Even rappers, I think Yo Gotti said he bought his house cash and he got a tax bill in the mail. And he was like, what the fuck is this? I bought my house cash. And his accountant told him, yeah, you bought the house cash, but you still got to pay taxes and insurance, buddy. And he was shocked. He was shocked he still had to pay taxes and insurance. Yeah. A lot of it. When you have them big ass houses, you gotta think about it. How much space do you really need? You don't need no big ass house. You need land to run around on, ride your dirt bikes. Your babies could run around in the dirt. That's why a lot of y'all are sick, got a cold, a runny nose. Because you're sitting up in the fucking house, in the air condition, drinking milk, gonna happen. You need to be out on your knees, running around, exercise, but you can't do that because you live in a fucking apartment. You live in a fucking house that don't even have a backyard. You can't even play basketball or football. You gotta play basketball. Your baby's gotta play basketball and football in the streets. And the ball go over in the neighbor's yard. Now your baby gotta go, and your babies could run free. You know, just got out here on the land past 5 years. She'll be mostly raised on the land. And, I'm happy about it. I have no fucking desire to buy no big ass fucking house, pay no 30-year fucking mortgage, or even worse, rent. No fucking apartment. I have no fucking desire to do any of that. None. I have all pull up in our RV, up trucks, and just live life. Live life. That's my only desire. That video again. Kanye West on YouTube and say Kanye West ain't buy land. Kanye West said buy land. America is for sale. Land is cheap. And y'all just sit around with your thumb up your ass, smoking and drinking, going to work, go buy your little outfits and go party, throwing your money away, paying rent, just dumb shit. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's the #1 university in the world. It'll make everybody free. It'll make everybody free. Get your land, get some solar panels, buckets to shit. Y'all keep talking about you gonna fix your credit, You know how many people I know? Spend $3,000-$4,000 fixing their credit. The only system you need to learn is a land system. You don't need to learn how to be a fucking ghetto hoodlum, ratchet. You don't need to learn no corporate system. You don't need to fucking be in a school system, public school system. The only system you need to learn to set your financial freedom is this land system. This land right here, baby. This land. This is the only thing you need to learn. It's the only thing you need to learn. You set your family free. You set your family free right here. Here with the land. Y'all work y'all little jobs. Y'all fix up y'all land little by little. And that's the only thing y'all need to learn. That's the only thing y'all need to learn, man. Is the land system. How hard is that? Where is the lie? How am I lying? Where is the fucking lie? And how am I lying? The land system. It's what set me free. and has kept me free. I don't know no other way. I don't know no other way. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Love you guys. Peace.